All right, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Rum. You're back with another lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha, Rakakwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children that will escape the judgments of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai by their faith. As you see on the screen, Iran should have signed the deal. I told them to sign. What a shame and waste of a human life. Simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I have said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. So he said, this is Donald Trump speaking. You see the tweet. Immediately evacuate Tehran. And they said he was at the G summit. He's supposed to be meeting with his cabinet and making a decision on what to do, man. And this is the beginning of Esau's fall, because we know the dollar's gonna crash, and all the events that we've been prophesying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, from the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone on down. Now we are here in biblical prophecy. And I'm going to get in these videos and have a couple scriptures I want to hit, and Lord willing, to be edifying. Let's get right to it.
I'm sure you've all heard the expression that a friend does not let a friend drive drunk. Well, the United States has been driving drunk for quite some time, and that dangerous behavior has to some extent been encouraged by Israel and its many supporters in Washington. Israel might or might not have been an actual enabler of the disastrous American invasion of Iraq, but it is undeniably true that American officials extremely close to the Israeli government were behind the rush to war and the forgery of phony intelligence that fed the process. If the United States goes to war with Iran in the near future, it will not be because Tehran actually threatens America. It will be because Israel and its powerful lobby in the U.S. have succeeded in creating an essentially false casus belli to mandate such action. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who once commented that 9/11 was good for Israel, has repeatedly sought to commit our government to draw red lines that would narrow options for the White House and de facto require it to take action with the military against Iran. Congress is meanwhile advancing legislation that would commit the United States to intervene militarily in support of a unilateral Israeli attack, meaning that Israel could easily be empowered to make the decision on whether or not the U.S. goes to war. Nothing relating to Israel is quite like the U.S. interaction with other countries. Delinda and Janet have outlined the dollar costs and special financing arrangements that go to support Israel, measures that are not in place for any other nation. Congress also approved on Wednesday, as part of the United States-Israel Strategic Partnership Act, by a vote of 410-1, an Israeli exemption from the reciprocity mandated by the so-called visa waiver program. Israelis will be able to travel freely to the United States, while their government will be allowed to refuse entry to American citizens. This is a privilege that is granted to no other country. One congressman has recently even introduced a bill to cut off federal funding for any academic organization that engages in boycotting Israel. Boycotting other countries is okay. Israel interferes in American elections, most recently on behalf of Mitt Romney. It has corrupted our Congress. Its head of government publicly rebukes our own head of state. Government ministers insult and ridicule John Kerry, and its intelligence officers actually provide alarmist and inaccurate private briefings for American senators on Capitol Hill. I also would not doubt that Israel, accustomed to behaving with impunity towards its alleged friend and patron in Washington, might manufacture a pretext to draw the U.S. into a new conflict. Something reminiscent of the Lavon affair in Alexandria, Egypt in 1954, or the false flag attack on the USS Liberty in 1967. Israel currently strongly supports using force to intervene in Syria, a proposition that is opposed overwhelmingly by the American public. In short, Israel has no reluctance to use its enormous political and media clout in the U.S. to pressure successive administrations to conform to its own foreign and security policy views.
So you see, no matter what, they're going. Babylon the Great is going to war, man. They have no choice. And basically, what they're going to do is, like you said, either a false flag or something like that, an event of some nature to cause the Babylonians to basically to go full-fledged into this war, which they don't need it. I mean, they're going to go to war regardless, but they got to build up the people to have them to have this patriot type of attitude to go to war, man, to want to go to war. So here you go. And there's no turning back, man. That's the point. There's no turning back. There's no agreement or anything going to be signed. This is going to happen. And it's only a matter of time for things basically to spiral out of control.
Neither Iran or the United States want to fight each other. It's the Israelis who have been trying to pull the Iranians and the Americans into a fight.
Netanyahu's greatest dream in life is a war between the United States and Iran.
Netanyahu will drag him into the abyss. He wants this war in the Middle East come hell or high water, and it's not in their interest.
What war?
The war with Iran.
We don't want to go to war against Iran. I don't think we should be fighting wars on behalf of Israel.
Make it clear to Netanyahu that you should not be dragging America into war with Iran.
You go fight Iran. We are American people. It's not our problem.
If they start talking to you about fighting a war with Iran, you treat them like an enemy that they are.
We should not go to war in Iran on behalf of Israel.
Against the war with Iran. It's not in America's interest, and many Americans will die, and billions will be spent on a war we don't need to fight.
Everybody wants peace, except Israel.
So there you have it, man. These TV pundits, they know that the war is coming, man. And they have their man in office, man. And he speaks boldly and proudly about fighting this small hatter's war, man. Which we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, this is his end.
Do you think a deal is achievable within days, within weeks? Is there that kind of runway?
Yeah, it's achievable. Both parties have to agree. Yeah, sure.
Have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard from the Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
And what would you say, in your opinion, what would it take for the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
I don't want to talk about that.
What intelligence support are you providing Israel?
We've always supported Israel. We have for a long period of time, strongly, and Israel is doing very well right now.
So he didn't want to give no details, but the war, he's already got it basically put in place, man. And prepare for your children to be drafted into this war, man.
I guess it's time to watch more military TikTok edits because it looks like we're probably all going to get drafted here pretty soon. Today, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a bill automatically registering men aged 18 to 26 in selective service, 217 to 199. Of course, all the foreigners will be excluded from this obligation, of course. Our government is dying to go to war with Russia and China for whatever fucking reason so they can launder more money to themselves. It's not looking good. China, of course, wants Taiwan, and for whatever reason, Taiwan is a major thing for us, a fucking island. And, Europe just continues to egg on Vladimir Putin and Russia, so that's not good. And so I wouldn't be surprised if, you and me in the next couple of years are going to have to go suit up and fucking die in a war. But yeah, then if we do survive, come home just to be told that we're like baby killers and all that. So hardly wait. It's gonna be really fun, guys.
You see, that day is coming very soon. It's not going to be a couple years. It's here. And what we've warned our people since the apostles been out on the highways and byways, and the men that taught them been out there teaching his word to repent and return to the Lord, man. This is the end, man. This is the end of Esau's world. We know it, he doesn't. That's why he speaks so proudly concerning these events, man. Concerning war, concerning fighting. Because he don't believe that this is his end, man. This is Job 21. In verse 13 it says, they spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave. And they don't see their end, man. They don't see them going into hardcore bondage, losing their power. They don't see that. He says, therefore, they say unto power, depart from us. See, that they know that we are teaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They know that we are the prophets of the Lord. And they think that what we're teaching is not going to ever come to pass, man. That's what they think, man. They just think we some niggas out there with dresses on, screaming at the top of our lungs. But they know that the power that we possess is from the Lord, man. And that's in his word. It says, therefore they say unto power, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. See, what we have is the knowledge of the Lord, man. And they don't desire that knowledge. Even our own people don't desire that knowledge. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? See, they don't see nothing good coming from what we're teaching, man. They don't see no reason to serve the Lord and to listen to his prophets. Because they think their end is never going to happen, man. They think they're going to always be in power. And that's the trick bag that Esau's going to suffer, man. He says, lo, their good is not in their hand. See that? Their good is not in their hand. They don't think about nothing good. It says the counsel of the wicked is far from me. And see, the Lord is not dealing with Babylon the Great, the small hatters. He's not dealing with them, man. They're far from the Lord. How often is the counsel of the wicked put out? How oft cometh their destruction upon them? See that? The destruction is going to come upon him. Power distributeth sorrow in his anger. And that's who's going to distribute his destruction, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to distribute his destruction on all the Edomites, man. He says they are as stubble before the wind and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. Power layeth up his iniquity for his children. See, this is destruction is coming on his children, which there are their forefathers coming back. And they're going to receive the punishment that they didn't receive as their fathers, man. They're going to receive it as their children. Now, the pride they had this parade. They celebrated 250 years of their military, of Babylon's military. And if they went through the world, man, break, robbing, and conquering all these different nations, but they never seen their end. They never seen them coming out of power and them falling. But we're here to tell you, man, this is it for you. This is it. They are as stubble before the wind and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. Power layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. See that? You're going to know this is from the hand of the Lord, man. You're going to know this is the hand of the Lord, man. When your missiles are not being able to fire off. Your planes and your ships are not moving and running like they're supposed to. You're getting hit from all these different directions from your enemies. Power layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. And that's what we, what I'm saying, keep telling our people to repent to the Lord, because this man is finna be destroyed, man. This man is finna go into hardcore bondage. He's finna come out of power, man. This is what's finna happen to him, man. His eyes shall see his destruction. That's plain, man. He's going to see himself being destroyed, man. He's going to see himself coming out of power, man. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink the wrath of the Almighty. See that? That cup of judgment is coming off of us, and it's finna come on him, man. He's finna drink of the Almighty's cup, man. Let me read that one more time, man. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. And that's what's soon finna happen to Esau, man. He's finna drink of the wrath of the Almighty. This is finna be shown to the whole globe, man. Everyone is going to see Esau go down, just as well as he see himself go down, man. He's going to see himself come out of power, man. And it's his time, man. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 15. It says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken. Also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness." And that's what he's done to all the nations, especially the children of Israel, man. "Thou art filled with shame for glory." And that's what Esau is. He think he is glory in his military. He's gloating in all of these things that he possesses. But it's a shame to him, man. Because that's what's going to get him destroyed, man. Now you see all those politicians, they got buyer's remorse, man. All these TV pundits, they got buyer's remorse. We shouldn't be in a war with them. We shouldn't fight for the small hatters. But it's too late, man. This is how your end is going to be, man. And this is the shame that you're going to see upon yourself, the shame you have. Because these nations are not scared of you, man. The Lord has put his spirit on them to fight. 16, it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's right hand shall be turned unto thee." See that? "And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." See that cup of judgment, that cup of slavery, that cup of punishment, that cup of wrath, you're finna drink of it, man. And you can't turn it away. That's the point. You can't turn this cup away. You can't push the Lord's hand away from not drinking this cup, man. You can't push it away. The Lord is going to force you to drink the cup of his wrath. This is Lamentations 4. This is Lamentations 4 and 21. "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee." See that? That cup of wrath is being passed through to you, man. "Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." See that? That shameful glory. That shame is going to cover you, man. Was that Obadiah 1 and 10? "For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover you." So shame is going to cover you. And every nation is going to see your nakedness, man. Everything has been, all the witchcraft that you hid behind is being shown. And you can't hide yourself. You can't hide yourself from all the wickedness that you've done. That witchcraft is wore off. This is Psalm 75 and verse 4. "I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked lift not up the horn." So you spoke proudly, not knowing that you was in a trick bag of the Lord, man. You dealing foolishly, man, because you're running into this war with no understanding, no strategy or nothing, man. "Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck." And you see the pride of Trump is the pride of all Edomites, man. It says, "For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but power is the judge." See, you lifted up yourself, and you didn't want the Lord's knowledge. You didn't want the Lord's understanding. You thought that you was going to be in power forever, man. But the Lord, it puts you in power, man. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You was only set in power for a short period of time, and now it's your time to go down, man. But power is the judge. He put us down one and set up another. See that? You're being brung down before the children of Israel come up. For the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, there is a cup. See that? It's a cup. We just read about the wrath of the Lord, man. And the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. See that? That wrath is coming, man. And that cup is filled to the very, very top, man. Spewing over, man. The scriptures tell you what we just read it. Shameful spewing shall be on your glory. That's, yeah. Man, it's heavy, man. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the power of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked will I cut off. See that? Your power is going to be cut off. Your strength is going to be cut off. All the wicked, their strength is going to be taken away, man. But the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. And that's the hopeful elect. We're soon to be exalted, man. Very, very soon. Because we see your end, man. We see you coming down, man. We see your power is failing. And the nations are not afraid, man. The Lord has put the spirit on them to fight. They're not afraid, man. They got allies. They got the same weapons. So they're not afraid, man. They've been preparing for this day for many, many years, man. If not centuries, man. Because they knew it was a time that they was going to get a payback, man. And the Lord put the spirit on them to think that way, man. So we seeing the Lord build those other heathen nations up that's going to be fighting against you. They've been they got themselves ready, man. They ready, man. They ready to fight, man. Your North Koreas and the Yemen and all these small nations with the Scriptarian Joel, that the weak say I'm strong. All those nations believe that they're strong now, man. This is Jeremiah 49. It started at verse 12. It says, "For thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?" So the children of Israel had to drink of the cup. So do you think you're not going to drink of the cup and the Lord loved the children of Israel? Do you think you're not going to go? You think you're going to go unpunished? We weren't supposed to drink of the cup, but we did, man. And the Lord made us drink every drop of it. So now that cup is being passed through to you. Thou shalt not go unpunished. See that? You're not going to go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. See that cup of the wrath of the Lord? You're going to surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that Basra, which Babylon the Great, modern day Basra, it says it's a capital. Going into details, we should already know this, but the point is, Basra is a symbol as a capital off the top of my head, for not even looking it up. It's a capital of Petra in Edom. And this is symbolic to that land, America. It says, shall become a desolation. See that? This place is preserved for desolation, man. The Lord has this place set aside to be destroyed. A reproach, a waste, and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. See that? All the cities from the east coast to the west coast is going to be perpetual waste, man. I have heard a rumor. No, I ain't want to get it. I ain't want to get that. Let me continue on. Let me get this in Isaiah 51. I was going to get that, but I ain't going to get that. Because we're speaking about this cup that Esau never think he was going to drink, man. But that cup is going to be forced for him to drink. Because he's in the hands of the Lord now, man. He's always been, but now the Lord is going to force him to drink the wrath of the Lord, man. he is on borrowed time. This is Isaiah 51, and I started verse 49. I started verse 19 because the Lord punished us, and they're going to be treated the same way. Man, that cup is being passed through unto them. It says 17. It says, "Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunken at the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the cup of his fury." See that? We had to drink it. And we just read the scripture say, you thought you was going to go unpunished? We had to drink of the cup of fury. He says, "Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling." See that? We have drunk all the dregs, all of it, and wring them out. There is none to guide her among her all the sons whom she hath brought forth. Neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. These two things are come unto thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction and famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. And it's talking about the children of Israel, man. Had to drink of the cup of the Lord, man. It says, as a wild bull in a net. They are full of fury of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and the rebuke of thy power. Therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus say Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, thus say the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out thy hand the cup of trembling. See that? The Lord has taken out of our hand that cup of trembling, man. That cup is passed through to our enemies, man. Esau. Even the dregs of the cup of my fury. See that? The bottom of it, man. It's been taken away from us. He says, thou shalt no more drink it again. See that? We're at our end, man. And Esau is the beginning of that cup, man. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflicted thee. See that? He's going to put it in the hand of them that have afflicted us, man. So they're going to have to drink of that cup. Which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. See, we've been under Esau's grips, under his feet. Now the tables are turning, man. The Lord is going to snatch that cup away from us, and he's going to give it to our enemies, man. And we'll no more be subject to Esau ever again, but he will be subject unto us. He's going to have to drink the wrath of the Lord, man. And he can't turn that cup away. He got to drink of it. This is, and that was the first video, the guy said, in the first video I played, he said that about his neighbor being drove drunk. And he said the small hatters making the Babylon the Great drive drunk, man. So this is heavy, man. Because it's all symbolic, man. Them lead them into the least of the flock should draw them out. The scripture tell you that as well. But the that cup, they've been they haven't drunk of it yet, man. But now they're gonna have to drink of it, man. I'm about to pull it up just to get his quote again. Let me get that quote real quick. Because he just said it.
I'm sure you've all heard the expression that a friend does not let a friend drive drunk.
See that?
You
heard the expression that a friend won't let a friend drive drunk. And see, their small hatters are leading them to their end. Their end was already going to come, but he's leading them to it, man. The small hatters are leading them to this, man. This is Revelation 16, verse 17. It says, and the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, "It is done." And there were voices of thunder and voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. And the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came into the remembrance of before power, to give her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And Esau, we just read it, basically it symbolized Basra of Petra, man, Edom. So that cup is going to be passed through to him, and his first stop is going to be nuclear destruction, man. That's what it's speaking of. Nuclear destruction is what it's talking about, man. This cup, Babylon the Great, man. Great Babylon came in remembrance before power, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away. See that? What's going to make the islands fled away, man? And the mountains were not found. See that? The mountains disappeared. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And man blasphemed power because of the plagues of the hail. For the plague thereof was exceeding great. And we know what the plagues are, man. Those missiles are a plague as well, man. So Lord willing was edifying. I'm going to end it there. Shalom. Shalom.